Yo, what's up, everybody? Peace and blessings. Hey, pardon me for recording and, and laying down, but I really was just chilling. And anyway, I was just thinking about the start, and I was trying to figure out how I want to put it, and should I even talk about it. And I decided to go ahead and grab this phone and just speak with you for a second. You know, it's one idea that I've really been studying, and I've really been trying to get the information together in a way that where I can break it down in the most simplest way that any of us could understand it and apply it and connect it to the many different things that we experience every day, right? And this thing is, I'm gonna. It's okay. Before I go too far, 'cause my mind be a little bit. I have so much I want to share sometime, but okay, programming, right? I have a video I'm gonna make about programming, about how just so many different things affect the subconscious mind, and how that programming affects our thinking, feelings, perspective, perception. Did I say feelings? Things we say and do. I mean, how all of that just how it, uh, in a sense, kind of like creates our reality, right? Um, in a way, I was thinking about these words, right? And one of the things I've said about words is that words have a nature of their own, and I believe that that okay, when you think about communication and language, and you think about there was always a form of communication, right? From my study, the way we used to communicate at one time was with sign language. Then we started drawing pictures, and somewhere down the line come the literal words. We started using some type of verbal way of communication, right? But the point is that the reason why I believe words are so impactful is because it is through your words that the subconscious mind is programmed and that program is reinforced, right? Now, the two most powerful ways of programming a person's subconsciously is through words, audio, and imagery. So if you add a picture with words, or especially a picture with um, words, music, stuff like that. All those things has it's almost like spiritual. It's almost like ritualistic in a sense. It's almost like someone is conjuring a spell with the proper words and the proper music or the proper audio. You know that it's almost like you're having something conjured up on you. You know, and so anyway, I know a lot of times we like to kind of like take away from the seriousness of words, right? But I strongly believe that we have to start giving them more significance, and that's the only, I ain't gonna say the only way, but it is definitely one of the most significant ways of getting ourselves out of certain positions. Because I'm gonna tell you, man, I used to think that, all these different external forces can hold me back. But right now, today, I feel like I hold me back. The way I think, certain things I gravitate to, certain things I like, certain ways I think. I mean, just all certain, it's me, right? Things that, yeah, it may have been some things put in place by external forces, right? But it's still, at some point, I unconsciously fed onto it and then begin to consciously continue to feed onto it. It's like a lot of us are aware that we shouldn't eat certain things. We understand the actual harm. We've seen the video. I mean, they put the stuff in our face. They put the killings, police killing blacks. I mean, they put all this in our face because guess what? They know that that's not enough to really trigger a real change. I'm not even gonna say reaction. See, reaction is only temporary. That's an emotional thing, but I'm saying an actual change, a shift in one's thinking, in one's the way they we act we operate. You know, the way we process, the way we begin to actually live. You know, that they know they have a firm grip of. So, in a way, you know, when we think about words like certain things that we use in regards to the whole nigga, bitch, hoe, our culture, I mean, it's a proven fact. We, what's the word I'm looking for? We basically tear ourselves down more than any other culture do themselves, and better than any other culture can do us. We tear ourselves down from the inside out. Period. You know what I'm saying? And even for some of us who don't even necessarily look at the wordplay, I mean, it's other things that we do. You know what I'm saying? It's I mean, we show in everything that we do. We don't even really love who we are and the way we look. You know what I'm saying? We really don't. That's why we try to do all these different surgical things, and I mean, it's so much external stuff we do to ourselves to try to change the way we physically look, right? And I remember one person say, they was like, "How can you?" I forgot who it was and what they actually said, but it was something to the sense of, "How could you dislike what was created without disliking the creator or talking about the creator?" It was something to that extent. But anyway, my whole thing with, you know, like with the nigga word, people who know me personally, you know, I mean, we have all these different rationales about it, right? And I don't even really understand why we fight so hard to hold on to shit like that. I mean, it's just, I mean, and even with just what I just said, shit like that, it's all of that is poisonous. I mean, I believe that, and the reason being because I didn't create the word. And you have to try to go to that, just like we like to study the origin of everything else, where it come from, this, that, and other. We have to look at some of these things and say, okay, if bitch is a female dog, why would I be calling a female or a dude a bitch? Why would I be, you know, and so on and so forth, right? And the thing is that we have to just start being real logical and rational about a lot of the stuff that, you know, we consciously act and participate in, you know. And I mean, just like how it's my last thing. Just like I had said this here. Let's just say someone created something, a knife, some kind of weapon, whatever it is, to really cause havoc, to kill people with, to create some kind of voodoo with, or whatever, right? Let's say someone created something, you know that's what they created it for, right? And so, would you put that in your house, and would you use it? Would you try to put in your mind to tell others it's okay? It don't mean the same thing no more. I mean, we don't use it for the same thing no more. Now I cut meat with it, although a person cut 100 bodies with it. I mean, would you really? You know what I'm saying? So it's certain places we don't go because the place has a bad spirit to it. You know what I'm saying? I remember, well, not to go into nothing like that. But anyway, I mean, I just think that we want things to change. This is my last thing. We want things to change, but how many of us want to change? You know what I'm saying? And when we say we want to change, how many of us seriously, consistently, actively doing what is required to change? See, our kids gonna be a reflection of us. If we're not trying to change, the kids gonna be a product of us. You know what I'm saying? We can't tell them kids to be one way while we some other way. So we have to change. You know, so we have to be the best us we can be. But anyway, with that all being said, peace and blessing. I'm trying to make this short, but you know, I'm kind of long winded. So anyway, peace and blessings, Gerald Hassan, Light the Minds Enterprise. Subscribe, share, like, peace.